Welcome to CVR English. You're watching World News. This is Shekina bringing you the latest developments from across the globe, from the Americas to Europe, Asia, Africa and beyond. Here are today's top international stories. Let's begin in North America, where the US boosts its Caribbean military presence, heightening tensions with Venezuela. Times Square wakes to a rare snowfall, sparing New York from a major storm. Severe winter weather cripples travels across the Northeast, grounding flights and trains. And in Halifax, Canada pledges $2.5 billion in aid to Ukraine amid intensifying Russian strikes. First, the United States has expanded its military presence in the Caribbean amid rising tensions with Venezuela. MQ-9 Reaper drones have been spotted at Rafael Hernandez Airport in Puerto Rico, along with the Ospreys and MC-130J Commando 2 aircraft. The deployment is part of a broader buildup that includes an aircraft carrier, fighter jets and warships in the region. President Donald Trump has accused Venezuela of fueling drug trafficking into the United States and authorized aggressive operations against suspected smuggling routes. These actions have drawn criticism from several countries over alleged extrajudicial measures, while also raising concerns about further escalation between Washington and Caracas. A windy snowfall has transformed Times Square into a rare and quiet spectacle as snow blanketed New York City. Residents woke up to snow after weather forecasts were revised overnight, sparing the city from the worst of the storm. Central Park recorded more than 2 inches of snow, while surrounding regions saw higher accumulations. Light snowfall continued in the morning hours before winter storm warnings were lifted. Though disruptions were limited, the snowfall marked the city's heaviest in recent years, offering striking visuals from one of the world's busiest landmarks. The calm, snow-covered scene stood in contrast to the usual hustle of the Manhattan. Waves as high as 3 meters.
3 orang termasuk wisatawan serta pemandu berhasil ditemukan oleh kapal yang melintas dari Labuan Bajo menuju ke Padar dan dievakuasi menuju ke Padar. Dan lanjuti tersebut, tim setelah melaksanakan penyisiran dan pencarian, kantor pencabutan Mumiri memerintahkan anggota untuk menuju ke Padar. Dan di Padar diketemukan secara total keseluruhan sebanyak 7 orang korban yang diketemukan. Dan sampai saat ini pencarian masih dilaksanakan dengan 4 orang yang belum diketemukan, warga negara asing, warga negara Spanyol.
Agak susah. Ya. Awas. Masih baru ini.
Cambodia and Thailand have signed a ceasefire agreement aimed at ending weeks of deadly border clashes that forced thousands of civilians to flee their homes. The agreement was signed at a border checkpoint in Thailand's Chantburi province and will be monitored by Asian Observer Team. Cambodian Defence Minister T. Sheha said the ceasefire would allow detained soldiers to be released and enable displaced families to return home and resume farming and daily activities. Both countries stressed that the agreement would not impact ongoing border demarcation talks. Officials on both sides expressed hope that the truce would bring long-term stability to the disputed frontier after weeks of violence.
The first important point is that both sides agree to an immediate ceasefire following the signing of this joint statement, with effect from 12 hours, local time, on 27 December 2025. After the ceasefire, we have to fully implement it for 72 hours, allowing Thailand the possibility to release 18 Cambodian soldiers who have been detained in Thailand for 151 days. The ceasefire is also aligned with the spirit of the Kuala Lumpur Joint Declaration of 26 October 2025. In addition, today's ceasefire will allow displaced civilians residing in affected border areas the possibility to return to their homes and resume their livelihoods, as well as farming. Another important point is that the agreements under this joint statement are without prejudice to the border demarcation and international boundary between the two countries. Both sides agree to refer to the Joint Boundary Commission, JBC, to resume at the earliest opportunity survey and demarcation work in accordance with existing agreements to achieve lasting peace along the border. Another point of the agreement today is at the level of the Ministry of Defence, resuming the implementation of what has been agreed since 28 July 2025. In line with the joint declaration in Kuala Lumpur on 26 December 2025. Another point is that Cambodia continues to strengthen the role of the ASEAN Observer Team, AOT, in verifying and ensuring the effective implementation of the ceasefire joint statement and all measures.
Flames lit up the night sky from southern Israel overlooking the Gaza Strip as tensions continue despite an ongoing ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. The truce remains fragile, with both sides accusing each other of repeated violations. Negotiations over moving into the next phase of the ceasefire have stalled, raising concerns about renewed escalation. Residents on both sides remain on edge as military activity and surveillance continue near the border. International mediators are urging restraint, warning that any breakdown could quickly lead to further violence. The situation underscores the uncertainty surrounding the ceasefire's durability amid deep mistrust between the two sides. From Asia, we head to South America, where chaos erupts at Copacabana Beach in Brazil after a small plane crashes offshore, killing the pilot. Panic spread across the Rio de Janeiro's famous Copacabana Beach after a small advertising plane crashed into the sea just offshore, killing the pilot. Witnesses said the aircraft appeared to lose power moments before plunging into the water, triggering chaos among tourists and local vendors along the crowded shoreline. Emergency responders quickly rushed to the scene using boats, jet skis and divers, while authorities secured the area to prevent further danger. Brazil's Aeronautical Accident Investigation and Prevention Center has launched a probe to determine whether mechanical failure or human error caused the crash. The incident shocked beachgoers at one of Brazil's busiest tourist landmarks.
Já aconteceu uma vez no mês passado de ter um corpo ali de um rapaz que morreu afogado. E aí todo dia tinham alguns bombeiros, mas hoje, desceu muita gente, sabe? E foi um murmurinho bem grande. Tem as pessoas que já têm tempo aqui na praia disseram que nunca viram assim um avião desses, né, de propaganda ter caído assim, né? A gente não sabe ao certo o que pode ter acontecido, né? Mas aí foi isso, cara.
Você teve alguma coisa no dia a dia dele e tal, mas em princípio hoje é só coleta de informação.
Do nada o avião parece, na minha opinião, parece que o motor parou. Ele do nada.
Now to Central America, where Guatemala mourns after a bus plunges into a ravine, killing at least 15 passengers. Guatemala has declared 3 days of national mourning after a tragic bus accident killed at least 15 passengers. The bus veered off a road and plunged into a deep ravine late Friday night near the town of Totonicapan along the Inter-American Highway. Emergency services rushed to the scene and worked through the night to recover bodies and assist the injured. Authorities have launched an investigation into the cause of the crash, examining road conditions and possible mechanical failure. The government expressed condolences to the victims' families, calling the incident a national tragedy and urging stricter road safety measures.
Y se oficializan datos ya después de 2 horas con 30 minutos de la región de Occidente, por lo cual se oficializan 15 personas fallecidas luego de este accidente de tránsito tipo colectivo. Hablamos de 11 hombres, 3 mujeres y una menor de edad fallecidas. Y se oficializan datos ya después de 2 horas con 30 minutos de...
That concludes the world news. From snow in New York to ceasefires in Asia and solemn ceremonies in Africa, the world remains in motion. Stay tuned for continuing coverage and updates as events unfold across the continents. Thank you for joining us.